Guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you're around the world. I hope that you guys are enjoying my videos and finding them useful and being able to use them in your life in order to become the best version of your INFJ self. In this video, I wanted to talk to you guys about how I've been finding myself in my life, that I kind of fall in love or fall in lust or fall in crush, whatever you want to call it, with the randomest of features in another human being, like the randomest of things. And I think to myself, I'm pretty sure no one else falls in love with really weird things like this. And so I asked a few people about it, and it was pretty much on target. They don't fall in love with random shit like this, whereas I do. So I wanted to share this with you guys because perhaps you have the same same inclination. So recently, I started following this. So I watch Korean dramas, by the way. If you guys didn't know that, I think I've spoken about this before. But it's one of my time passes. One of those things that I do. I have very little free time, as you might know, but when I do have free time, I don't want to think about anything. I just want to watch some soapy, sappy soap opera, some sappy Korean drama, and just watch some beautiful people do stupid things on television, and then fall asleep, right? So I started watching this particular one. It's called Uncontrollably Fond. A really, really beautiful man in it, and just really, really good acting. I really liked it. There was this weird thing, but I was like, I had a crush on the main lead, but not because he was beautiful. Yeah, he's handsome, blah, blah, blah. But he had this voice, and it was very soft, and he's a big guy, and you think that he would have a very deep and vibrant voice, and that grady voice, and you think that that's the kind of voice that would come out of his mouth, but when he spoke, he was very soft-spoken, and very, very kind, and you could tell that he was an introvert. I'm losing my mind, I think. But literally, I was sitting there thinking to myself, so I go back and forth between when he would be doing long speeches because I just wanted to listen to his voice. I just wanted to listen to that calming, soothing, soft-spoken voice. I really, really just wanted to listen to it. So I watched the episodes and I'd watch it, but mostly I was watching it because I wanted to listen to him speak. I just wanted to hear him speak over and over again. And at the end of it, I'm thinking to myself, what is wrong with me? I mean, yes, fall in love with the fact that he has an amazing body. Fall in love with the fact, or have a crush on the fact that, he's gorgeous. Or fall for the fact that his character, is whatever, a dominant character. Things like that. I mean, come on. But for me, I was enamored with his voice. Enamored. I mean, I can still hear it in my head, and I love it. I love it. It's his voice. He's also a singer, I think. So I think that works out. I mean, it makes sense that his voice, but it's so soft. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, it's so beautiful, right? And so I'm sitting there, I'm thinking to myself, I'm insane. And I know if I had this conversation with someone else, and if I showed them his picture, they'd be like, you're interested in him because of his voice? Like, are you insane? And so I thought I'd share this with you guys because I thought it was funny, and because I'm laughing at myself, and I want you guys to laugh with me. Not at me, but just laugh in general. Or you can laugh at me, that's fine. But I wanted to, share this with you guys because I've said this before a lot of times, that we don't really fall for the traditional kind of things. And I know this can be kind of frustrating for people who are interested in us because, they do the traditional things in order to make us fall in love with them. So they buy us meals, they spend money on us, or they buy us flowers. What is the buying a flower about? I mean, seriously, how is that romantic in any way? You go pay money to someone, they bring you a bouquet of flowers and you give it to me, and that's supposed to be romance? How's that romantic? Like, I don't get it. And so I view INFJs in general as a populace. I don't think we find typical things romantic. Like, I don't find the normal things. Like, when, on Valentine's Day, people give chocolate to each other, and I think to myself, why is this, how is this romantic? Like, how does this make any sense? And so I've had a couple of people actually ask me, a couple of you messaged me saying, I know that INFJs don't find typical things romantic, like a dinner date, or a baseball game, I don't know if that's romantic. A hotel and a night away, or things like that, We don't really, it's fine, it's good, yeah, but it's not really original, obviously. But not only that, it's boring. Like, I don't want to spend money on shit like that, I really don't. But we do find random weird things romantic like that, where, for example, I'll give you a very simple example. I'm a major foodie. I love food. I love trying out foods from all different parts of the world. I love eating. I love food in all of its different mixes. I like trying new things out. I'm a major foodie. Like, I love it. I could talk about food all day long. I look at pictures of food all day long. I think that's really a good way of spending time. Pinterest is really good for that, by the way, if you guys are not on it already. And so I spend a lot of time thinking about food. I actually spend a lot of time thinking about my next meal. So I'll be eating something and I'll be thinking about, oh, this is really good. What am I gonna have for my next meal, by the way? And then I'll be going through my day and I'll be like, what am I gonna have for lunch? What am I gonna have for lunch? That's like my refrain in my head, my mantra. What am I gonna have for dinner? What am I gonna have for dinner? What am I gonna have for lunch, for breakfast? Blah blah blah. Always thinking about food. In fact, talking about dreams, I've been talking a lot about dreams with other people. I don't know how I made that switch, but talking about dreams, most of my dreams are about food and me sitting down at a huge buffet table with lots of different interesting foods and eating them and just enjoying it. That's the dreams that I have. So obviously I'm a foodie, basic essence of it. And so if someone is dating me, or if I'm dating someone, mostly they probably know by that point that I am a foodie and I love food. And one of the main things I love to do is try out new foods, new restaurants, and more particularly, I love food trucks. I love street food stalls. I love those really, really, really obscure mom and pop shops that no one else knows about but has really, really, really good food. I like discovering places like that. I like going to food festivals. I like traveling for food. The main reason I travel is for food, and the main reason I love Thailand is because of food, right? But most people actually don't catch on to that, weirdly enough. I feel like I'm making myself very, very clear when I'm going through my day that, I love food, because I'll be saying the pictures of food all the time. I'm like, oh my God, look at this burger, or look at this cheesy sandwich, or whatever it might be. Like, I'm always talking about food. And so weird to me that people don't get it. But when people do get it, and then they kind of buy me like tickets to this food festival that's like was supposed to be the biggest food festival in the world, or they buy me tickets to go to a new place a new restaurant where it's supposed to be really, really good, but it's not really well known yet, la la la. Random shit like that, right? That's romantic to me. And it's odd. I know it's odd. It's very odd, isn't it? So not only are we not interested in the typical things that people might be interested in terms of features and personality traits and things like that, but we're also not interested romantically in a typical kind of dates that other people are interested in. So don't buy me flowers. Don't buy me shit in general, actually. I don't like when people buy me random shit because I have a lot of stuff already. And also, you don't know what my taste is like, probably. And so you're not going to buy me things that I'm going to wear or use anyways, right? So I don't like that. Don't buy me things. Don't buy me flowers. Flowers are waste. You pick a flower and it dies. Why would you do that? Leave the flower on the plant. Just let it live. Let it be beautiful on there. Why pick it? If you're gonna give me something, give me a plant, so at least I can grow it and it's alive and I'm not killing anything. Chocolate. I'm not a sweet person. I don't like sweets. It's fine. You can give it to me, but I don't like chocolate. So I know it's a horrible thing to say, but I really don't. I don't care about it. But if you find a new juice bar that's supposed to be really, really good, or a new cheesy grilled cheese sandwich place that's supposed to be really good, and you take me there, I'm like, oh whoa, this is awesome. I get to try new food, I get to eat something new, I get to talk about it, I get to share memories or experiences with someone. Or if we buy tickets to go some new place where I've never been before, even if it's like a car right away or a plane right away, I don't mind, things like that. I'll pay my share, I don't care. Things like that. I like that kind of stuff. And so when I was talking to this individual, I was telling them, I don't know this person, I don't know this INFJ that you're dating, but I can guarantee you, absolutely guarantee you, that they're not going to be interested in the typical dinner, date, movie, and flowers or chocolate kind of deal. It's the most boringest thing I can think of. Not only that, but it's not romantic in any way. Like, did you think about it all? Did you put any thought into it? I mean, if she has been telling you for days and days that, oh, there's this restaurant I really want to try, and then you take her to that restaurant, that is considered romance to me. That's romance. Like, you actually listened to me and you took me there, that's awesome. But if you just took me to a random restaurant that's supposed to be one of the best ones in the city, on one of those revolving restaurants that sees everything, and it's really fancy, and you get a little bit of food, and you have to dress up and all that, you're just doing it for the classiness of it or the prestige of it. You're not doing it because you wanted to take me there, or because I'm gonna like it or anything, right? So I've told this to a lot of guys who are dating INFJs out there who message me asking for advice, that don't take the typical route. Don't take the typical route. Actually, in fact, most of the times, if you just took us to a coffee shop or to a library with lots of amazing books that we love, or coffee that we love, or a place that we really just want to sit and watch people If you just took me to a nice people watching spot and I could just sit and watch people and talk to you about it, I'd love that. I love that. And so a lot of times I'd just go and sit at that harbor front with my exes or the guys that I dated and sit and people watch. People passing by, me talking about them, him talking about it, we're having conversation. That was one of the best ways for me to spend my time with him. Like, that was the best way. And if there was a street food stall nearby somewhere and you could have a little bit of extra food or a drink, that would be like icing on your cake. Like, seriously icing on a cake, yeah. So if you are dating an INFJ, first of all, you're going to be surprised at what they actually like about you. You might think, oh, it's all the way I dress, or the way I do my hair. Probably not. Probably it'll be the weirdest quirky things, like maybe you have a really nice voice, or she likes the way um, help kittens out, or I don't know. I mean, like something weird. It's not going to be something typical, and also. Make sure that if you take her out on a date, think about it a little bit. We don't normally find most things romantic, but there are certain things we will, especially if you pay attention to what we're saying. Okay? Alright, I hope this makes sense to you guys. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for being on my channel. I hope that you guys are finding these videos useful. If you guys have any questions at all, or if you have anything that you want me to do a video on, let me know in the comments below, or you can message me directly at boomshikha@themillionairehippie.com. My contact information, again, is in the description below, okay? And I answer all messages, so don't worry. I will never ignore you. Okay? All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.